Hey Alice, it's me. I just wanted to check in because you've been acting so strange lately. You know, you keep saying it's just because of the full moon or whatever, but I know you so well. I don't buy it. I mean, I know that you've got a lot going on, but you just don't seem like yourself. Anyways, I hope that you'll call me back. Please call me back soon, okay? I just want to make sure you're all right. And I am so excited to see you. We got to talk about Star Wars or something. Come on, I need my Star Wars fix. All right, talk to you soon.
Alice is Missing is a silent role-playing game about the disappearance of Alice Briarwood. This is a high school junior in the small town of Silent Falls. Now, during the game, players are only going to be able to communicate through their phones. So everybody is actually going to be giving each other their numbers, and there's apps that you can use if you're not comfortable sharing numbers, but personally, just me, I wouldn't play this game with people I didn't know because it is kind of an emotional one, and it gets to places where I personally just would rather play this with people that I trust, that are close friends of mine, or people that I want to kind of engage in that kind of experience with. Over the course of the game, you're going to be sending text messages to each other, you're going to be encountering events, but all of this is going to be helping the players gather clues as to the whereabouts of Alice. The game has a full-length, amazing soundtrack that you can play in the background, and it has a big timer for an hour and a half, which is the game's direct length. And the narrative is set in a way that works so well because these certain cards are given to each player that have times on them. And so as this beautiful music is playing in the background and that timer is going, it will hit certain time points, and then players will have to reveal new information that's in front of them based on those time points. Now, there is no need for a game master in this. The game master, or the teacher really in this case, is actually joining in on the game with everybody else. They're playing a character named Charlie Barnes in the base game. I think there's more characters that you can play if you get the expansion, but I actually don't have the expansion. So just talking about the base game, you as the teacher will be playing the character of Charlie Barnes, who's kind of coming back to Silent Falls and figures out about this disappearance of their friend Alice. Now, the other players around the table will be taking on some other characters in Alice's life, including Evan Holwell, who's the character with the crush, or maybe Dakota Travis, who's the best friend, Jack Briarwood, who is the older brother, or Julia North, the secret girlfriend of Alice. Now, everybody's going to be getting those character cards, and those character cards are going to have some background information, a prompt for you to answer. It's going to be having a secret that you have to keep to yourself, and then it's also going to have a voicemail prompt. Every character that's playing the game actually has to leave a voicemail on the Charlie Barnes character's phone. And that voicemail, just, you can make a voice memo. Usually you want to kind of announce a little bit of that secret in there, because at the very end of the game, you are actually going to just be playing those voicemails one after another. And as kind of the height of the intensity of the game gets to that point, those voicemails will really hit home. If people are willing to kind of dive into this game to really kind of become these teenagers, these characters, man, there are some really tough moments in this game, and it really creates a vibe, though, that is something that you just can't take away. Like, you'll walk away from this game and you'll be like, that is what RPGs are all about. This game just gets that. The game has incredible art that matches the vibe of the soundtrack perfectly. Everything is really just put there in front of you, and really it's just asking you to step into the role and to live this experience for an hour and a half or so. Now, character creation and putting together all that's also going to be around an hour and a half, so this whole game experience could be around 2 to 3 hours, I would say. Now, I don't want to give any spoilers to the game, but I will give you, if you really don't want any spoilers, you can skip this part. I'll have a little skippable section there. But one thing that I did want to show you is these timed cards. So these are kind of what you're going to be dealing out to other players. They're going to be basically time prompts. But the 90-minute time prompt is always going to be given to the Charlie Barnes character. And what I love about this is that on the other side, it lays out exactly what you, the person, needs to do. And so these will be very different and different ones throughout each game that you play, but this one's always the same. And for example, it reads, you will be responsible for sending the first text message of the game. Prepare a group text between all of the players using the prompt below, but don't send it just yet. It says, hey, sorry for the big group text, but I just got into town for winter break at my dad's and haven't been able to get a hold of Alice. Just wondering if any of you have spoken to her. And this is a group text with everybody in the game. From now on, once this timer starts, once this soundtrack goes, it's silent. You're just going to be playing the game through text messages. And it's one of the most engaging experiences, weirdly enough, with no audible speaking. It even has in a little bit of an italicized font here. Take a moment to breathe and allow the other players to get comfortable and prepared. When the first song on the playlist ends, send your message and the game will begin. Now this game deals with very, very heavy themes. So you want to make sure that your entire group is okay with that before you start. You want to put together some boundaries on how far, these types of things will end up going. But I mean, it deals with obviously missing children. It deals with abuse. There's a lot of stuff. And so what I love about the rulebook is they go through a lot of what this game can come up with, and it gives you tools to basically kind of leverage what you're willing to go down and what you guys are not as a group willing to go down. There's also an X card included in the game that can be used through chat. There's specific rules for it to basically just say if something comes up that nobody's comfortable with, you can just cut it out right there. All that being said, this is a game that I recommend. I'm not going to tell you more about it because truly I think the best way that this game works is you buy it, you the teacher, you read it, and then you experience this masterpiece. It's the perfect vibe for the October season. You're all sitting around, maybe start that fire, get that soundtrack going, get into character, cozy up, and start texting with your friends. And what's on the other end is magic. Trust me.